Into tanks we go. Inside of the armoured cars were narrow and cramped, and a smell of machine oil hung in the musty air. The car shook and rattled all across the uneven ground, tumbling us around like iron coffins on wheels. After enjoying 10 minutes of jaw-batting travel, unable to even peek outside the scenery, we finally arrived at Grelly Fortress's military proving grounds. Wow, Arch and main battle tanks. There are plenty of older model tanks out there too. Looks like they even have airships. Welcome. Oh! So I said it's Dad. I didn't see the family resemblance. Looks like hair may have jumped from father to son though. Reporting Lieutenant General. Very good, Neidhart. Instructor Valestein, I believe. Pleased to meet you. Glad to make your acquaintance, Lieutenant General Craig. Allow me to extend my deepest thanks for agreeing to cooperate with us for today's curriculum. Think nothing of it. Many of these fine youngsters may one day hold positions of the Imperial Army after all. Besides, they earn a lot to old General Van Dyck. Now these must be... what a piercing stare. This is Craig the Red. Elliot, my boy! So good to see you again. Must be half a year now since I saw you last. How have you been? That sharp-looking uniform you got too. I've seen photos, but looks even better on you in person. Dad, come on. You got still a long way to go if you want to pull some real muscle. There's a part of me that hopes you'll stay in my little cherub forever. But you're a man of Erebonia. The men of the Empire must be strong, stout, and ready for action. For your own good, as a man, would I held back my tears and enrolled you in the military academy. Can't breathe. I feel like everything I told about him was a lie. It does seem to be a lot of differences from stories. You're kidding me, he looks like a cool guy. Ah, what a delightful commanding officer you have, Major. Words fail me. Dad, knock it off, I'll tell Fiona. Moving right along. Lieutenant General Olaf Craig. I'm Lieutenant General Olaf Craig, Commander of the Imperial Army's 4th Armoured Division. We're trusted with the reward of overseeing today's joint military exercise. Please make your acquaintance. Likewise, sir. It's a pleasure, sir. What heck of a dad, Elliot. Let me give you a brief rundown of what will be happening. The exercise will consist of simulated battle conducted by 2 of our armoured divisions. Armoured regiments of a formation centre, infantry, armoured cars and airships will work in tandem, using a manoeuvrability to obliterate the targets. Our targets today were using previous model tanks that have been decommissioned from service. Autopilot functionality will allow them to evade and return fire, but will be armed with paint bullets. However, other regiments taking part in today's exercise are been equipped with live ammunition. We intend to actually destroy their tanks? It would be hardly a live fire exercise if we didn't. Current time is 2 o'clock, right on schedule. Armour Divisions 4 and 5, commence operations. Glory to the Empire and Imperial Army, begin. 5th Armoured Division, Armoured Regiment will advance first. Armoured Car Regiment and Infantry Regiment follow their lead. Wow, it's certainly potent. So this is the kind of firepower it takes to modern war. see those tanks are called options? Yeah, a type of main battle tank from a rifle company developed 2 years ago. Similar spec sheets, but similar numbers and about firepower first hand. It tells you what normals and decimal ones don't. They might be as strong as heavy tanks for constant. People here with army's got a couple of hundred of those in winter. That's kind of crazy. If you try fighting things like these head on, you won't stand a chance. That's as true for our own nation as it is for others. Just can't get used to this. Just the sound of artillery firing is enough to make you start shaking. I don't think that's something you should get used to. I mean, if the sound of guns and warfare ever stop bothering you, I'd be worried. I mean, this is another kind of strength. First, the military exercise came to an end. Your 4th Armoured Division, led by General Craig, withdrew to a encampment near the fortress. Meanwhile, we returned to a fortress with Major Neidhart outlined the results. Meanwhile, we head back to a base. They're eating slops. So to wait for us to finish. Don't worry about it, we're a guest area after all, thanks to your conservation. So at least, to say dinner's a million times better than lunch was, I mean it's hash beef day. That was a Imperial Army tradition, isn't it? Ah, just the smells make me hungry. Ah yeah, where's your instructor go? She's real lucky, I was hoping to get a chance to talk to her. She went to see her fortress commander with Instructor Neidhart. She did ask us to eat without her tonight. Alright, this is with a naive Neidhart. Hard to compete with those guys from a 4th Armoured. Be enough if it just had Craig and with Ed, but it's got the Major too, he's kind of scary. Like a division of muscle men. Anyway, we shouldn't keep you tied up any longer. Hash beef's going to get cold. Wow, it's actually delicious. It's like night and day compared to what we had for lunch. Ah, come on guys, what's with your gloomy faces? You think you guys might have had a bit too rosy an outlook? What are you expecting to see out there? I'm sure you can understand at least a little how we feel. It's like, has everything we learned in our time at the academy been nothing? Academics, the arts, individual skills in combat. None of these matter in the slightest with real warfare, does it? It's true. If you're looking to lose fight at war, you don't need any of those. All you need is plenty of troops at your command, laser weaponry, and overwhelming firepower. Assuming you know the tactics to use them well and strategy, employs them effectively, I suppose. The Archons are even more powerful than I expected them to be. Remember my mother boasting their capability when she was trying to sell them to the army 2 years ago, but to be honest, I feel somewhat disheartened as well. I can't see there being a place for swords on a battlefield with weapons like those. Well, I don't think that means individual combat skills doesn't matter. So I think there may be misunderstanding something important of this time. What we saw in the military exercise today was power in its purest form, with no morality of its own. It is this to bring around a result, regardless of the ideas or principles of those who wield it. In a sense, the same can be said about a sword or a gun, and all the way up to something like suited as greatly as railway guns. I think I can't understand why they wanted to watch this military exercise. They could have taught us in a less roundabout fashion. Well, looks like you didn't wait for me to start the party. Instructor Sarah? She spoke with Commander? Sure did. Got updated information on the trade conference as well, as well as the latest on the terrorists. Says new information. Anyway, before I get to that, let me explain what you'll be doing tomorrow. In the morning, you'll be scheduled to participate in the Imperial Army's physical fitness training. In the afternoon, you'll be attending a special lecture where I'll be bringing you up to speed on what the information was mentioned. After that, we'll be granted a special permission to view the guns. I see. I'm looking forward to that. Sounds like a pretty good schedule. Oh, we did bring you all the way out here. Might as well make the most of it. Every nation possesses power in the form of military. That military is large or small. Guerrilla Fortress just happens to have that power in a very striking, easy to understand form. As students of the Military Academy, you'll have obligation to know the scale of this power. The Empire of Erebonian wields at present the power you might one day be in charge of. Anyway, you've been meeting that long, couldn't keep me away from trying this famous hash beef rice. Oh, just cease. If you don't want the rest of yours, I can have it. I'd sooner throw it away than give it to you. going on down here? That should do it. Cover stays quota. Huh? An orb mail? Looks like it's from HQ. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This right here is a problem with the Orbonet. There's no such thing as off hours when we can just send you orders around the clock. What's going on? So yeah, we're planning on doing some exercises tomorrow. We've got to outfit Archons and C units by tomorrow 20. Seriously? Might as well start another pot of coffee. Do you have many C units left? Actually, another lot came by fight just while this evening. Exactly 20 if you can believe it. Sus. See, it's probably the AI things. Of course I'm going to save a game here. Mid-episode save, give me a chance to do that. Okay, I'm going to continue. For 31st of August. Gurley Fortress crossbow stateside. Those renewable guns. Last I've seen what no to enter the field of the week, we reach the final day of his field study. We're in crossbow state, we are busy preparing for today's keynote session. And morning women from Imperial Army's physical fitness program. Completed no easy task, and might add, we sat down lukewarm mood up to witness lunch. Special military science lecture, we were presented with a confidential report for terrorists. The Imperial Liberation Front is in Crossbow? That's right, or at least that's what the Intelligence Division believes. Looks like a known terrorist organisation from Calvard Republic has turned up as well. Situations over there is pretty touch and go right now. Oh no. What are the authorities doing? Everything they can, naturally. However, operations are being handled sorely by the Intelligence Division. They refuse to tell the Imperial Army anything. Who's the Intelligence Division trust? You don't know something about this, right, Short Stack? I do, but I can't tell you anything. Guess it's not a breach of a confidentiality to tell you it's really strong though. Still pretty vague. Got a few ideas. Anyway, there's not much point in us worrying about that right now. Bigger issue is our terrorists on the hour. The Imperial Liberation Front are a bigger crew when he fought. Big enough to be in possession of a state-of-the-art military airship. An airship? Can we assume Vineford's manufacturer? Correct. Just how something that large ran its way into the hands of insurgents is currently unknown. Seems to be a high-speed model, different to a heavily armoured type favoured by the army. But from the RS-26 series, a number of different models from that series though. If they had an airship, that means they're a whole lot more difficult to catch. That's exactly what it means. Basically, keep it possible to keep tabs on them as is. With an airship in their possession, there's no telling on where they'll pop up next. That's quite worrying, especially since Prince Oliver is attending the conference. And Toa's in Crossbow right now too. Damn, now you got me worrying. Take it easy. I don't think you have anything to worry about Grandson Lecter over there. That aside, terrorist attention is currently focusing on Crossbow. Does that mean the Empire is effectively safe? We had a good point, Laura. They did target Princess Alfin during the Summer Festival. It's possible, just a feint, maybe we just want to believe it's targeting the Chancellor. Railway Military Police thought so too, so while we increase the security level here, the Empire and everyone else is connected to the Imperial family should be safe, but also beef up security everywhere else. We're as prepared as ever, I see. At any rate, you finally come with some information on them, correct? Oh no, that face, G! Gideon. Not to mention he tried to start a war with Calvard of the Nord Highlands. full name is Michael Gideon. To be assistant professor at the Imperial Academy in Heimdall. His focus was political philosophy. 3 years ago, he was dismissed from his position due to his intense criticism of Osborne's hardline policies. Can't even reason with me either. Yeah, I just know when to give up. So you know anything about the others? We crossed paths with what I can only assume were 3 other key members. Yes, S, V and C. Seems I haven't been able to dig much up about these 3. The strongest lead right now is that V may belong to a Jaeger Corps. Interesting. This totally around this machine looked like it's someone mounted on a vehicle. Did he seem more familiar to all 3? Not really. Working now down the identity as S2, but it's early to make some statements. We all are known as their leader C. I've worn a visored helmet. I heard I was able to go toe-to-toe with Rean, Laura and Fee simultaneously. Almost find that hard to believe. I don't. I imagine there's plenty of people in the Empire who could do so. It goes out saying a Radiant Blade Master could fend off a 3 of us without much problem. But I bet good mirror, Instructor Sarah and Major Neidhart could do it too. I can't say we're certain. Look at Mr. Modesty over here. The Major here is one of the most up-and-coming officers in the entire army. Heard people mention him right alongside Major Vander. Laying it on a little thick today, aren't we? Go by a family name, it seems to assume he's a practitioner of the Vander style of swordsmanship. No doubt a relative of Lieutenant General Vander from Xander Gate. I was questioning where I had Major Vander. He was my classmate during military academy. Quite close to Prince Olivert. In fact, he's in Crossbow right now, serving as the Prince's bodyguard. That's reassuring to know. Getting back to a point, it's not just C we know about as a group as a whole. You know, Thunder Fudce is a mystery. Even if they're no showing Crossbow, I doubt they've heard of last of them. It's entirely possible I've come to hold a personal grudge against you, so be careful. You wish now show me where every guns are housed. Just where guns, there's nothing more, but nothing to get excited over. Orion, this part of a field study isn't mandatory for you. If you'd like to stay here and wait with us, there's more than okay. I'm just kidding, I don't mean like I'm left behind. Excuse me a moment. Miss Neidhart? Yes, Commander Walter. Wait, Mulder wants to speak to me? Of course, put him through. What could you possibly be calling a time like this? What? What's happening? He's taking a call from someone outside the fortress from the Arcus? Understood. We'll be on alert here. Yes, right. Take care out there. Something happening in Crossbow? I'm afraid so. A short while ago, a skyscraper where a conference has taken place came under attack by an Imperial Liberation Front. The attack was carried out by airship. Fortunately, we were able to repel the terrorists, and Prince Olivert, Chancellor Osborne, and others were unharmed. It was too early to tell if the danger was truly past. But that's not all, is it? Something else strange happened. The terrorists were able to somehow gain access to the orbital net and manipulate the shutters beyond position of the building. Furthermore, they had with them a force of mechanical monsters. I don't like the sound of that. You found something like that in the ground, right? Yes, ran into one on the highway there. We broke into the orbital net. Major, how much of Guerrilla Fortress is connected to the network? Present cell used for inventory and equipment management. What was that? That would be 20 tanks. What the hell? The Archons! What happened? They just started moving. No one's inside, they started moving on their own. Did the C unit start malfunctioning? They couldn't have. What's the C unit? It's an automatic control unit we put on vehicles going to serve as targets. But how do the C units end up attached to the most advanced tanks? This is really bad. We've got to assess your situation. I need you here to help pop the fires and assist the injured maintenance staff. Please be careful out there. It's crazy. Hold a minute. Are automatic control systems really capable of that level of advanced maneuvering? No, they're definitely not. Our current technology isn't capable of anything nearly this advanced. If we deploy a technical using the archaisms, it suddenly becomes a whole lot more possible. Instructor, are you saying the society might be involved? So it's looking more and more likely by the minutes. What are they? Isn't that a proving ground we visited yesterday? What are they planning? What in Ida's name is going on here? Why are unmanned tanks roving around blasting hell out of space on their own? Well, since last night, headquarters sent an order to the engineers to fit those tanks with units. Preposterous, I gave no such order. Never mind that, right now we need to focus on extinguishing the fires and quelling the confusion. Send a request for assistance to the 4th Armoured Division. What should we do? What's their goal? What are they trying to accomplish? Whatever it is, they definitely have some kind of game plan. You can't just stand aside and do nothing. Leave this to us! General, HQs have praised me with the situation. Leave these rogue tanks to us. We can't rule out the possibility of a diversion. Need you all to stay here. Be careful, Dad. You too, Elliot. 4th Armoured Division, advance! Take out those out-of-control tanks by any means necessary. Wait, Dad's really something else. I admit it is pretty cool when your tanks charge like that. It seems like we no longer need to worry about the tanks. Definitely are, isn't it? You can't let our guard down just yet. Might suggest fall back to a fortress. A prudent move. After we assess the level of damage inside. Hey, aren't those... Bit of a Liberation Front. Well, there's 2 of them. No way we could have known we had another force lying in wait. Ah! The hangar!
Do they seriously think they could reach an impregnable fortress?
They're just right back at you.
Yeah, we're bringing out the archaisms right now.
All right, we're headed straight for the left rail.
Yeah. I thought that.
Well, that is the main attraction. They sure didn't put up much. Our mission is to support Comrade G over in Crosspath. Our target is the right railway gun. Let's show him some beautiful...
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. Oh, they're going for both left and right guns. Shit. No. We're going to fire on both the trade centre? A shot from one of our railway guns has hit the building. The post-place Marines. Situation has escalated far beyond the scope of your field today. Why don't you all stand by here? No way. We can't just stand by or look while these insurgents run around. We won't take us with you, but we'll take action ourselves. Look, time's on luxury we don't have. I think it's best to have them help us. Listen up. We're going back into the fortress. Groups A and B, you're with me. Back to the start of the game. I knew it.
It's no use! What's happening? Get in touch with the 4th Armored Division!
This is awful. What happened here?
How terrible.
I can smell smoke.
It appears that everything else they've done today.
Right. It looks like their real target, which means they must be...
They wouldn't
So, they're intent on taking the Chancellor's head after all.
resorting to such wanton violence.
This does look kind of bad.
Understatement of the year.
Please, let us help. We don't know if reinforcements are on the way, and it doesn't look like we have much time left. We have to stop them before they can activate the railway guns.
Rean's right.
I don't know how much we can really do, but considering the alternative, we
Now, if
have
we start
to
the game
try.
isn't suggesting anything, we're going to end up with Laura, Rean, Alyssa, and Elliot, which is annoying since I really, really want to have Emma in my party here.
All right. Rean, Group B, you'll be under the command...
One group will secure the... This is an actual...
Yes, sir! All right, Class 7. Our objective? We've learned a lot at the Academy.
Understood!
Well, she's assigned reactive battle party where the number of support members is increased by 3. Burst link action. Attack all enemies formed by 2 link pairs, which consumes all the bravery points to 5. Okay. That's very handy. Although I will be honest, having her instead of Million is an interesting choice, but let's do it. Ornaments, Forts, Thor. What you got? Septium Vein, Grim Butterfly, Information. Sleep, don't think that's worth having sleep. Your magic is 410. Okay, attack 3 definitely. Definitely get the flame tongue. Scent. Don't really want cast on you. Now speed breaker instead. You can have got it. Can have that back. You can now attack 3 one-ups. Equipment. Diablo and Plane, new tunic. Viking shoes. Evergreen. Anything with attack on? Oh, can't give you any kind of costume. No movie costume. Of course, I'm going to save a game here. Join me next time when I do more into Empire.